G'day everyone, Paul Daniels here, and today I've got an iPhone 8 that came back in after it was repaired yesterday for just a screen fix, and the customer is complaining that it doesn't charge anymore. Now, what's interesting about this particular scenario is that I know that when I tested it yesterday, I said to him, it's not charging properly, you have to turn it off, and it's very low rate. And they said to me that, oh yes, we know about that, we've got a cable that works with it. And I was like, alright, fair enough, you know about it. I said there's corrosion around the dock assembly, quite bad, and that could possibly be the cause. So I came back today, even though it was kind of amusing that I got the email and it sort of said to me, since I handled it, it doesn't charge, and I kind of thought, well, we discussed that yesterday, but yeah, these things happen. Now, I went through the usual sort of process. I plugged in another charge flex, and amazingly, it actually didn't fix it. And I thought, oh, great, what have we got? TriStar here, and I thought, yeah, it doesn't quite seem like TriStar to be at the fault. And unfortunately, we'll have a look under the microscope, but I have a feeling that maybe this was caused by me, which I'm not sure about, but yeah, sometimes you gotta accept that, yeah, maybe you do have a stuff up. Maybe I was a little bit judicious with the, what do you call it, the spudger, and caused this one. So if you look in the middle of the board, you can see there are 3 pads that are showing up, which probably shouldn't normally be showing up. That's this one, this one, and this one. And those are part of the battery fuel gauge communication system. Why is it missing? That's the question. And typically we find that it's from spudger damage when people disassemble the phones and they need to unclip the battery. So if you're a little bit too aggressive and dig too deeply, you can knock out that part. Now, the reason why I have uncertainty as to if I did this or it was pre-existing, maybe it was weak and just sitting there, is because being a left-handed person, when I come to disconnect the spudger, I come in from this angle here and flick up like that. I never come in from the right, so, and I certainly never do like a full width grab like that. It's always right corner like that. So I have a feeling that this was done previously, and actually looking at the level of oxidation on the solder there, I would say that's been missing for a little bit of time. But then again, I'm just trying to make myself feel better. We don't know really whether it was me or the previous repair person. All we know is that that is probably the cause of our problem. Now we have to find a replacement. No worries. Switch over to schematics. And go dive in. What have we got? Q3200. And as you can see, it's just a generic N-channel type MOSFET in a DFN package. We need to find one of these particular ones, so we'll do a part search. Let's say search, find a part, paste, open the iPhones, search. Alright, so it looks like 7, 7 Plus, XS. We'll let it find every one of them. 8, funnily enough, and 8 Plus. Okay, so 7, I'm fairly sure I've got a 7 Plus we can use, so we'll dig into that. Let's see if we can find our little DFN unit. I think that's, is that it there? Yep, we have got, that is it there. Okay, oh, get rid of that. Okay, we're going to have to go Jason Vilma Gangnam style for the flux, and I've kind of overdone it there already. Sort of, that is way too much flux. Jason is going to complain to me. Okay, so first thing we do is we just prep it with leaded solder. Yeah, he does a much nicer job. When you see him do this sort of thing, it looks really nice. As an additional precaution, I will actually stick a metal shield down here just to protect the stuff underneath. And we'll come back to this shortly. We've got to take off that part first. We can be somewhat more judicious with the flux here. Part of the problem we're going to have to face as well is that I've got a new hot air station, so I'm not 100% sure how my iPhone settings are going to be. So this is 330 at 30% air. It's a little bit trickier because the shield is somewhat in the way. I'll just try to take it from a different angle so it gets more of the hot air in its face. Feel like I'm probably a little bit low on the temperature, and we'll probably end up cooking the board before it comes off properly. So we're going to just push up the temperature a bit more. Let's try 360. And that was the trick. Yep. That's the fun part when you're dealing with new equipment. You really have to adjust your old figures to suit the new. Alright, now pretty sure that bar is the big pin, as soon as I can get this under control. Okay, so there's the big pad there. Oh no, I was wrong. The bar's actually the bottom portion. Well, see? Sometimes you get these things wrong. Now I just want to be real careful here that I don't blow this thing away. Wow, that dropped down real quick. Okay, I think that's it. Quick and easy. And that looks like that should be secure. Just going to get some alcohol, just clean off the top of the... yeah, and we can actually see that if we look at the one that was there, it has the bar where the 2 pins are, and likewise this has the bar where the 2 pins are, so that's a good confirmation for us as well. It's good to double check these things, just in case you've misread something. And we have done a pretty good job on the flux. Let's see if I can clean it up a little more, but I have a feeling I'll probably just smear it more than clean it. When it comes to iPhones, you really do want to be very sparing with the flux. It's easier with MacBooks because you can just spread that stuff everywhere if you want. It's fine, throw it into the ultrasonic and it should be good. But with MacBooks, because of all the things up the built-on microphones and everything like that, you kind of don't want to ultrasonic unless you really have to. Okay, I think we can be pretty happy with that. I'm just sort of looking over here. Alright, that's okay. Okay, so the test now is to plug things back in and see if it charges at a more sensible rate. Interesting to note that I am actually using the original flex. Plug the battery in. Battery is in, I think. They are rather obnoxious connectors, these things. They tend not to have that positive clipping that we're used to. That feels positive. Unfortunately, I'm not going to be able to show you the current rate, but you'll have to believe me when I tell you. There we go, 1.8 amps. So, yep, we've got a win. Thank you very much for watching. I'll see you next time.